Yangqing, Huaro and Miyun faced massive flooding that cut off roads and communications. Devastation continues in WION district, where floods triggered by torrential rain swept away vehicles in a residential area. Footage captured at the site showed multiple cars submerged in rapidly rising water, with flood levels reaching the roofs of some vehicles. The city's Weather Bureau issued an orange rainstorm warning, the second highest in China's 4-tier alert system. The downpour triggered flash floods and landslides, forcing more than 4,400 residents to evacuate to temporary shelters on higher ground. Rail services were suspended and key construction and tourist sites were closed as a precaution. Electricity cuts are also affecting more than 10,000 people in the area. Beijing's Miyun Reservoir began releasing water after record rainfall caused its highest inflow in over 60 years. Officials warn of more rain and urge evacuations, embankment checks and road closures in flood-prone areas. The severe weather also impacted northern Hebei province, where Phuping County saw record rainfall of 375 millimeters in 24 hours. Landslides damaged homes and stranded vehicles, prompting authorities to relocate around 4,600 people for their safety. Power outages hit more than 9,000 households in Phuping after floodwaters destroyed electrical facilities. Repair efforts are underway, with partial power restoration reported by Sunday emergency crew, which faced major challenges due to unstable roads and damaged infrastructure. But they have been conducting door-to-door evacuations and rescue efforts. Despite the peak of the flooding passing by early Sunday, weather experts warn that heavy rain will continue through Monday across Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei and parts of northeastern and southwestern China. Authorities are racing against time to carry out rescue and relief efforts during a narrow break in the weather, as the country remains in the critical flood season known as the July-August window.
And shifting focus then, at least 38 people have been killed following days of relentless torrential rains that have battered China. In fact, authorities have evacuated more than 80,000 residents from flood-stricken areas in Beijing. This as the country continues to battle widespread weather-related devastation. Beijing has been facing one of its worst rainstorms in recent memory. The powerful downpours have battered the capital and several northern provinces, including Hebei, Jilin and Shandong areas. According to China's state-run news agency. 30 people have died in the capital alone, with Miyun district northeast of the city center reporting the highest number of casualties. In the same region, a landslide triggered by intense rainfall crashed into a two-story auto repair shop. Soil burst through a second-floor wall, burying a bed beneath mud and debris.
We came over to take a look because it was raining really hard. The house is right next to the mountain, so we got worried and rushed over. By the time we got here, the landslide had already crashed into the house. I saw the water had nowhere to go. That other house over there, by the restaurant, that's ours too. The floodwater from the mountain ended up flowing out that way, through the restaurant side.
Other hard-hit areas include Huairou in the north and Fangshan in southwest. The intense rainfall has caused widespread power outages as well, that has left 130 villages without electricity and has forced dozens of road closures as well. In some areas, residents watched helplessly as flood waters swept away vehicles. President Xi Jinping has urged authorities to prepare for the worst-case scenarios and expedite evacuations in regions worst affected. Emergency teams have also been working round the clock to relocate missing persons and prevent further casualties. The central government has released 350 million yuan, that is nearly $49 million US, to support disaster relief across 9 flood-hit regions, including Beijing and Shandong, among others. In Hebei province, a landslide claimed 4 lives, with 8 more still missing. Flash floods alerts have also been put into effect, with several areas still under the highest level of warning through Tuesday night. With memories still fresh from last year's deadly floods that claimed more than 80 lives, many are now questioning whether enough has been done to protect vulnerable regions in the country. In fact, as climate change drives more frequent and extreme weather events, China, which is already the world's largest emitter, continues to push towards its long-term goal of carbon neutrality by 2060.
A year's worth of rain fell in less than a week in Beijing, killing at least 30 people and forcing relocation of more than 80,000 people following days of relentless torrential rain. The latest drone footage shows the massive devastation in Beijing: broken bridge, uprooted trees and houses covered in mud. This after the Chushui River overflowed following intense rainfall. Most of the rain had converged on Beijing's mountainous north near the Great Wall, with at least 28 deaths reported in the district of Mian and 2 in Yanqing.
I've lived here for over 20 years. My son's 21 now. I've never seen anything like this. It's never flooded here before. This is the first time. I don't know if it was the rain or what caused it.
Emergency rescue efforts have been underway across northern Beijing. Authorities have mobilized armed police, firefighters and drones to reach stranded residents and deliver critical supplies. In the same region, a landslide triggered by intense rainfall crashed into a 2-story auto repair shop. Soil burst through a second-floor wall, burying a bed beneath mud and debris. Heavy rains began a week ago and peaked around Beijing and its surrounding provinces, with Mian experiencing rainfall of up to 573.5 millimeters. On behalf of the Communist Party, Chinese Vice Premier Zhang Guoqing visited flood-affected people in northeastern Beijing's Mian. He also provided guidance for flood relief efforts. Other hard-hit areas include Huarui in the north and Fangshan in the southwest. The intense rainfall has caused widespread power outages, leaving over 130 villages without electricity and forcing dozens of road closures. In some areas, residents watched helplessly as floodwaters swept away vehicles. President Xi Jinping has urged authorities to prepare for the worst-case scenario and expedite evacuations. Emergency teams are working around the clock to locate missing persons and prevent further casualties. The central government has released 350 million yuan, that is nearly $49 million US, to support disaster relief across 9 flood-hit regions, including Beijing, Hebei, and Shandong.
We begin with severe flooding that has struck the Beijing area and parts of northern China after relentless heavy rainfall over the weekend. The capital's outskirts, including the districts of Yangqing, Huairou and Mian, have faced massive flooding that cut off roads and communications. Authorities issued a red alert, which is the highest level in China's weather warning system on Saturday as the rainstorm swept through WION district about 80 kilometers from downtown Beijing, recorded over 315 millimeters of rain within less than 12 hours, which is the highest amount in the city. The downpour